As it turns out, the brain is very malleable to begin with to learning. That's why our kids learn to read. And then when it comes to intervention, again, you're heightening the intensity of the instructions, and the brain does change following intensive reading intervention. And unfortunately, there are some children with dyslexia who really, even under the best of circumstances, really have a very hard time learning to read. What we don't quite know about yet is who those kids are and what that means at the level of the brain, but that's something that's being investigated, which is who are the kids who respond well to interventions, and who are the kids that really don't respond that well and are harder to remediate. And the other thing that people are looking at brain imaging for, from a research perspective, not as a way to use in any practical way, but what is it that the brain scan looks like before you begin the intervention, when you consider it in the context of the benefits that were reaped following the intervention, right? So is there something about the activity in the brain that predicts who is going to do well, who's going to make the biggest gains following the intervention? And the way you can think of that is sort of a brain readiness. If there are certain structures that seem to be active during reading, and even more so if then the reading improves because of the intervention, that tells us something about that brain structure and its role in reading and reading disability.